The long-awaited clash between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez has officially wrapped up, and now the entire boxing world is lit up with debate, breakdowns, and non-stop reactions. Fans are still processing what they witnessed, and some of the biggest names in the sport have already weighed in with powerful takes on what this matchup truly meant.
With the place, with the Roberto Duran, with the Brunel Whitakers, and so many other fighters that come down from the lower weight divisions. Terence Crawford to the world. He just etched his name in all-time greatness, Shakur Stevenson. Let's hand from Shakur. Let Shakur come to your level, huh?
I know, you said it. Hit the 1-2 on track. You ready? The 1-2. The 1-2. 1-2. I know.
You better than him.
I shit, nigga. You gotta hit him, bro.
Let's go. You're gonna hate yourself tomorrow.
Take it round, yo. Take it round. His feet too slow. You know he's looking for one shot. He's doing that one shot. There you go, man. Get that jab first. Get that jab first. His feet too slow. His feet too slow. There you go. Jab, jab. There you go.
No! Ring Magazine WBO Super Lightweight Champion of the World, Shakur Stevenson.
Have the same score, 119 to 109. The winner by unanimous decision. No! Ring Magazine WBO Super Lightweight Champion of the World, Shakur Stevenson.
Two wins kind of big. That kind of big, we can get it banging, boy. We can get it banging, boy. I want that same rehydration clause that you put on Eubank Jr. and I want to fight.
Bro,
I'm a dog. My skills is too much.
You can't punch.
Okay.
You can't keep me off you.
Okay.
I'll rough you up.
We gonna see.
I'll put you down. I'll
Sign
put
the
you
contract.
down.
Sign the contract. Let's make it happen.
Hey, Turkey, let's get this fight done.
Connor, what was that about right there? What was Shakur saying to you in there?
If he wants it, he can get it next.
Right.
Ultimately, I ain't scared or worried about him.
Well, what did you think? What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, no, it was a great performance. He performed really well. But ultimately, I ain't worried about him.
All right, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
I got my son. I love you.
One-sided ass whooping. Hey, y'all go ahead and hug it out, bro. Y'all go ahead. Oh, y'all go ahead and hug it out. Yo, oh, good jab. This is BTA. Y'all hug it out. Hey, Shakur Stevenson is the best fighter in the world.
That right there was shocking.
Eye-opening. The best fighter in the world. Look. Yeah. Shakur came at his ass. Best fighter in the world. I'm standing on business. Best fighter in the world.
I'm stealing it. I'm stealing it for a tweet.
Y'all can't move me from that. Y'all can't move me from that, bro. And let's say that. Terrence, Shakur, Andre Ward, Roy Jones, the Avengers, they all just invested in Shakur and making him the future. That guy, you were now looking at one small black boy. Mama ain't raised no fool.
That was incredible, dude.
Anywhere on God's green earth, I triple my worth, mother.
That was incredible.
That damn camp. Saquon Moses, Keyshawn Davis. What's up, baby? That was a masterclass. What's up, boy? Love you, boy.
Oh my goodness. I mean,
they didn't even touch it. Where's the Vaseline? Oh my God.
Yeah, it's not good.
That's This kid is being failed tonight when you see something like that, though. That's not right.
No, I agree. But let me ask you this. Let me throw a difficult question at you, all right?
Yeah.
At one point, he's a grown man. It's tough. It's a father. I get it. But at one point, as a man, does he have to make a choice? Other people have done it. We've seen other fighters. Roy Jones, one of the great fighters, did it when he left his father, when he felt he had to. We've seen fighters do it. When they felt they had to leave their father, they did. And, at what point does it become his responsibility to take control over that part of his life and make a decision and say, hey, Dad, I still love you, but I got to get somebody else here to train me?
Well, he did do that with Joey Gamache, and maybe they didn't gel and get along, the father and Gamache, but Gamache was let go, I believe, after the Lomachenko fight. I think, to answer your question, but obviously it's that point now, if not too late.
I think it's past that point.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, at some point, you can't just blame the father. You got to say, well, the son allowed it to continue.
The fight, man.
Teo's a bump. Teo, you're not from nigga. Easy work, man. February 21st, come watch me massacre Oscar Duarte, man. Y'all gonna have to see us win it forever. What's forever?
Richardson, what's it out the muscle Shakur tonight? Just overall everything.
I told y'all, 9-3, man. But I'm Teo lucky. Did they give him a round? Fucking bum. Get Teo out of here.
That's it. That's it. You can sit here and be like, oh, Ron is throwing the pom-poms for Teo. Oh, he's doing all this stuff. Oh, yeah. No, I've called all this. I said Devin was going to beat Brian. I said Crawford was going to beat Canelo. I said, listen, Shakur going to press Teofimo Lopez, and he's going to try to break him mentally. Y'all call me. You can say whatever you want. You can rewind the track. Ooh, rewind that. I called it to the T. You can call me glazing, biased, all that stuff, whatever you want. All I know is I told you. I called it. I said it. Shakur is gonna win, and he gonna press it. And I give Teo props, man. Just because you lose to Shakur don't mean nothing, dude. In hindsight, this is gonna age well. This is just gonna age well. And Teo beat Lomachenko. He beat Josh Taylor, right? He beat those two guys. He's arguably probably gonna be in the Hall of Fame. This is no disrespect to Teofimo Lopez at all. But at the end of the day, you cannot fool my eyes. If Shakur was getting cooked, he's getting cooked. I said Teo was beating him. He had a couple rounds. He was having success to the body. I called it before. A lot of people probably thought. And then he did it again. Then he won the round. Then he did it again. He won the round again going to the body. So Teo made adjustments. He has a great right hook. Crawford's trolling him.
Amazing fight. Teofimo is my guy, but I've always been a fan of Shakur, and I think that Shakur put on a clinic tonight. Least amount of risk. Been able to put his skill set into fruition all night. The jab was leading. You can tell the difference in skill set, and that was the difference to me that made the fight. It wasn't about grit. It wasn't about heart. It was about sheer talent. And Shakur displayed that tonight, so.
What do you think of this fight? What's your reaction of it?
Man, let me tell you, Shakur moved so well. He won every round, and he was just a step ahead with quickness and just with, just the plan himself. Great plan coming in, and he did well. congratulations to him.
He won all the rounds? Is that what you're saying? He won all the 12 rounds?
Well, maybe he lost one, but he won the majority of rounds.
At what time did you realize that this was just going to be Shakur taking over the whole fight?
After the fourth round.
After the fourth round?
Yeah.
Teofimo, it seems like he couldn't just get it going. Like, he just tried differently going up and down. The counters were getting him.
Yeah.
What could he done differently tonight?
I don't know, it's difficult to box against a great mover like that. And, he tried. He definitely tried. His dad was emotional. He wanted him to do better, but, this is boxing.
And if you look at Shakur as a type of fighter who goes to welterweight, challenge like Kevin Haney, Ryan Garcia, those fighters as well too, and beat them.
Yeah, he has that possibility. He can do that. I don't know about moving up weights and different things because I'm a heavyweight, but he does it well.
Promoter Eddie Hearn gave his thoughts on what fans were witnessing, saying this matchup was so elite that choosing a winner felt nearly impossible. He described it as the kind of fight that begins like a chess match, two highly skilled fighters moving carefully, waiting for the smallest mistake. Hearn added that with footwork and defense at this level, judging becomes extremely complicated because rounds can be razor thin.
I think it's a great matchup. I think that Shakur wins, but I also think it's a very tough fight. Two very talented, two great athletes, two very tricky customers. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of fight plays out, you know what I mean? Because they're both guys with great IQ, but I think any fight with anyone in, I would probably always favour Shakur Stevenson. I think he's a generational great talent, and I believe he wins next Saturday.
Regis Prograis gave one of the harshest evaluations, focusing less on Lopez's talent and more on his mentality. He admitted Teofimo is an incredible athlete, but questioned whether his mindset would hold up against someone as disciplined and calculated as Shakur. Prograis noted that Lopez tends to rise to the occasion in massive fights, but sometimes looks uncertain even against opponents he's expected to beat. Against a technician like Stevenson, that hesitation could be costly.
Yeah, I think he wins it comfortably. I think, Shakur, I think the thing is about Teo is very good athletically, but he's weak-minded. You can see in some fights he's struggling. Teo does struggle. Now he does come up for big fights. Lomachenko, he came up. Josh Taylor, he came up. But a lot of fights, man, he struggles. And, he does struggle on a whole lot of fights and stuff. Like, I think he looked good. Yeah, he looked good against Barboza. But like I said, for the most part, Teo does struggle. And I think he struggles mentally with a lot of things. But I think with Shakur, I think Shakur's going to break him. I think maybe the first two or three rounds, it might be a close fight. It might be close. It might be 2-1 or something like that. But then after that, I feel like, Shakur is probably going to start stepping up and Teo's going to try to hit him and it's not going to work. And then Shakur might start. The thing about Shakur is a very good, a real good counterpuncher, really sharp, real sharp with the counterpunch. He sneaks those punches in, and that's the ones that hurt the most when he just sneaking them in when you're not supposed to hit him. So I definitely feel like, I feel like Shakur is gonna beat him comfortably. Not knockout, but comfortable 12 rounds.
Right after Saturday night's action, Oscar de la Hoya spoke about just how difficult Shakur Stevenson is to deal with inside the ring. He explained that Shakur's biggest weapon isn't just speed, it's the way he controls space. That jab acts like a barrier, constantly keeping opponents at the end of his reach and forcing them to restart every time they try to attack. De la Hoya pointed out how mentally exhausting that becomes as rounds pile up. Still, he didn't completely dismiss Lopez, saying that if anyone has the timing, explosiveness, and aggression to disrupt Shakur's rhythm, Teofimo might be one of the few fighters capable of doing it.
But Teo's a hell of a fighter. I love Teo, but I love Shakur. His style is almost impossible to break. But if there's a fighter who can break it, it's Teo. But it's going to be a hell of a fight because I love Shakur because he doesn't run. He's right there in front of you. So it's up to Teo to do something, but I think it's going to be a great fight.
Mikey Garcia offered a more cautious perspective, saying the real mystery was which version of Teofimo Lopez would show up under the bright lights. He reminded fans that Lopez has delivered some of the highest peaks in boxing, like his performances against Lomachenko and Josh Taylor. But at the same time, inconsistency has followed him throughout his career. Garcia added that Lopez's natural size and strength at super lightweight could have been a factor, possibly giving him physical advantages over Stevenson if he used them correctly.
Great matchup, tough fight. I want to see what Teofimo shows up because sometimes it's Teofimo. Sometimes it's Teofimo, the great fighter who beat Lomachenko, who beat Taylor. That's a tough Teofimo. But then we've also seen him, in off nights.
Right.
And so that's kind of the only doubt, the only question that I have. Which Teofimo's going to show up.
What do you think he has to do to kind of deal with a guy like Shakur Stevenson? How would you approach a fighter like Shakur Stevenson if you were Teofimo Lopez with the attributes?
I would think Teofimo, being that technically he's a bigger fighter, bigger size. He's been at the weight class a little more, and then just maybe built into it more. I would think he would have to use that, size as an advantage. But it's hard to say because, Shakur Stevenson.
Paulie Malignaggi spoke with both emotion and respect, slightly leaning towards Stevenson but warning everyone not to overlook Lopez. He explained that Teofimo often performs best when people doubt him, but sometimes struggles when the expectation is for him to dominate. That unpredictable edge made this fight hard to call. Malignaggi praised Shakur's elite skill set while also acknowledging that Lopez is the kind of fighter who can thrive in chaos when the moment is right.
You want to give Shakur the edge, I do, but Teo is not something to play with because when he's got his back to the wall, he becomes the most difficult guy to deal with, And he's got his best performances when people count him out. And then when people feel like he's going to win easily, he's got his worst performances. So this is one of those times where Teo could make it really, really interesting. Shakur, for me, is a possible pound-for-pound number one at one time. But if there's a guy who could be a threat to him, it is Teo, because Teo has that little bit of difference-making ability.
Is it a 60-40 fight? Is it still close?
It's probably 60-40, maybe even higher, but that's a live 30 and 40 by Teofimo because, again, the way he shows up is very, very difficult and tricky.
But it's very rare for fighters to fight in their prime nowadays. They're both, 28 years old. They're fighting in their prime. Yeah. You got to give a lot of respect to both of them, right?
Yeah, you do. And that's the problem. You don't see a lot of fights happening in the guys' primes. They milk the money and stuff like that. That's why I give these two guys credit.
Teddy Atlas delivered one of the deepest breakdowns on his podcast, stressing that the fight's outcome depended heavily on Lopez's mental state the moment he entered Madison Square Garden. Atlas said Teofimo's career has been defined by emotional highs and lows, and those psychological swings often show up in his performances. He also brought up Lopez's relationship with his father, noting that no matter how outsiders view it, that bond has been a constant presence throughout his rise to championship success.
Now he's a big favorite, or a good favorite. You know the line's better than me, but he's a good favorite.
3-1, over 3-1 favorite, Shakur.
He's a big favorite. It starts for me with Teofimo, where it starts is, where is he mentally? He's up and down. His father, the whole thing, his father's been with him the whole career. Listen, love him, hate him. His father has been part of getting him to these world titles. He's been part of it. Whatever. He has been up and down mentally. Where's he going to be? If he's right, if he's stable, if he's in a good place, he seemed to be in a very good place when he fought Lomachenko. If he's in a good place, I think this could be the first time that Shakur Stevenson has somebody who can match him with athletic ability. Pure ability, pure speed, quickness, quick twitch, athletic ability that can match.
Now the question turns to you. What was your reaction to the fight? Did the outcome match what you expected, or did it shock you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more boxing stories and fight coverage.